so fun when I'm trying to vlog and it starts raining. Anyways, what I was going to talk about today is you would think that the streets of Tokyo are paved with diamond grit or something, because take 1 or 2 months in the same pair of heels, wearing, for moderate periods a day, and your heels will get worn down quite a bit. And thankfully there's a way to fix it. There's a shoe fixing repair shop. I've already gotten 2 pairs of my heels fixed since moving here. And this is maybe a 3-month-old pair, and the heels are quite gone. To fix them would cost approximately as much as it costs to buy them. So I will probably be trashing these ones. You would think that I walk around like this all day, but I've never had this problem before moving to Tokyo. So there's something hard about this ground. Very, very hard. That building behind me is actually Tokyo Station, and there is a lot of stores in the basement. It's very easy to get lost because it's like a maze in there, but if you just wander around, you'll find a range of shoe prices. As a general rule of thumb, if you see a shop with a ton of shoes in it, they're probably lower prices. And if you see a shop with 12 pairs of shoes on display, you're probably looking at the $200 to $300 range. So I'm going to show you as many as I can, like under $100. When I first moved here, I kept seeing shoes that were like clearly over $200, $300, and I was just like, I walk on the ground with this. I don't want to pay this much money. And you might think that, oh, I'm wearing like Valentino shoes sometimes with the rock studs. No, those would be knockoffs. I just cannot fathom spending that much money on something that I trot on the ground with. And the only reason I would spend like decent money on shoes would be some sort of quality that I want to last, like for like riding boots or hiking boots, or some like functional shoe that needs to have more of a purpose than to just look pretty. The shoes I'm about to show you in this basement of Tokyo Station are in the $30 to $100 range. I'm kind of digging the furry things. Let's get some shoes. These shoes rule. These shoes suck. Why are they so expensive? Who am I kidding? I can't wear a medium anyways. Oh, these are large. If I want to be a Gucci poser, I can get these Skechers sliders. Bling bling. Well, how much are they? 3,000 yen. So $28 about. That's just happy price my butt. It's not happy. It's still like $45. It's not happy at all. And some of the shoe shops around the basement might be quite hard to find because it's like a maze in there, but if you walk around, you'll see shoes in the range of $30 to $400. Now, when I first moved here, I kept seeing shoes that were only, $200 to $300. There are cheaper shoes. I was mistaken, and I thought I would be smart and not pack a lot of shoes when I came here, because I thought, oh, I'll just buy them in Japan, because I've been ordering shoes from China and Korea off and on, and they're usually decent prices, decent Valentino knockoffs prices. And it's unfortunate, but some things in Japan just cost a lot, and I would think that shoes wouldn't be one of those things, but it is. I think they have to import quite a lot into the country in terms of like material goods, so that's probably why it costs more. But also there's just a culture here too. If you wanted to have like an authentic Japanese cultural experience, you would actually spend more on your shoes and clothing than you might be used to. And that's like as a status thing. You'll see so many people on the train with the same brands of anything like Louis Vuitton or Gucci. That's like very common. You'll see most people carrying around at least one of these items, and that's like a status symbol of, oh, I have money and I've spent it on some goods. It's a cultural experience if you want to spend more money than you need to, but I'll show you some cheaper options. And if you're like me and have what's considered big feet in Asia, they're actually not that big. There's many Japanese girls have bigger feet than I do. I've been looking. And so the size range is usually like small, medium, large, and if you're lucky, large. So LL.
it's hard to find shoes larger than that. If you need shoes larger than that, I recommend H&M or Forever 21. You can find shoe sizes like up to 42. But I'm in the range of Japanese size 24 to 25, usually around 24.5. But I can wear different sizes depending on the brand and the make. So yeah, I usually am around 24.5, which is considered a large here. And it's really not that uncommon to see larger feet here. People just keep kind of growing and getting bigger over the generations, I think, with like more nutrition and more like resources. So I think that the shoe trend here in Japan hasn't caught up with the size of the growing feet here. Usually around the outside of smaller stations, you'll just find these shoe shops. They're not open very late, so you want to get there around midday. And the prices can be as low as 500 yen. I actually got my rain boots from this store that I just showed you. Splish splash. Next, I'm going to take you to Shibuya Station. So I showed you Tokyo Station shoe prices, and if you go west towards Harajuku, Shinjuku, or Shibuya, you can find cheaper priced stores. This is also where you can find larger shoe sizes. So because there's H&M and Zara even, or Forever 21, you'll actually find more Western shoe sizes. So here at Shibuya Crossing, actually underneath of Shibuya Crossing, there's a basement. And in that basement, there's about 4 shoe shops that I recommend checking out if you're in a rush and you need to grab some shoes. So there's this place called Mihatsu in the basement, like I said, underneath of the crossing, like literally underneath of the road. And if you want to find it, it's near exit 7, which is near Magnet. Magnet is like some record shop where you can sometimes find like young J-pop or K-pop celebrities signing autographs. And they even have shoes for strippers on a budget. So the exit I'm taking you out of is actually across the street from Shibuya Station. We've gone underneath of it. So this is like exit 7 or exit 7A you can exit from, which is near Magnet and Starbucks. And it's on the side where Forever 21 and H&M is going to be. Opposite of it is Hachiko, the famous dog statue for that loyal Akita that waited for his owner even after his owner died at the train station. So I often say like one of the surprising things about Tokyo is it's such a quiet city. It is not that quiet around Shibuya or Harajuku or even Shinjuku. That's definitely like the louder, younger crew where you'll hear music and lots of rowdiness. But usually when you're in other areas of the city, like hardly anyone honks and you barely hear any noise.
So, right across from the Shibuya Station, you will see a Forever 21, and not too far down is a H&M. So actually, right to the left of Forever 21 is a Daiwa, and right to the right is an Attagirl. Both are actually really good for shoes. I will show you both. So first, we have the Attagirl, which is where I got the shoes I am currently wearing. As you can see, 1,980 yen is less than $20.
Sorry, I had to mute the music because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. It was actually like American rap or hip hop, and you'll often hear K-pop or American music playing wherever you go. This is actually a pair of shoes I bought from the store because I needed some flat sneakers, but again, they got rained on, so they're kind of funky and I don't know what to do with them. Hello, Forever 21. I wish I was Forever 21. So this is like many other stores in Japan. They're tax-free. So if you show your passport when you're buying things, they'll staple a receipt inside and you can pay for the stuff without taxes as long as you're here for under 6 months. So it doesn't apply to me anymore, sadly. So it looks quite familiar to the American Forever 21 or the UK Forever 21 stores. The only thing is actually they do have different fashion. So you'll find more like Japanese style fashion and Korean style fashion here. And it's not like the typical American stuff. I do find it funny, like whenever I go into Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx in America, like I see something that's fashionable that's been in Asia like maybe 6 months or even a year before, and it's now finally coming to America and we're wearing it and we're like, oh, we love this American fashion. Well, not really. It's like popular in Asia before it came to America. So I wouldn't necessarily say that the prices of the shoes in Forever 21 are great, but they definitely are lower than the initial $200 to $300 shoes I kept seeing everywhere. And also you can find larger sizes and more variety. You can get like thinner stiletto heels here as well. I have noticed that it's not very popular to have thin heels, and it's probably because of the roughness of the streets like destroying them. The next place I'm going to show you is the Don Quijote in Shinjuku. There's Don Quijotes like everywhere, so you don't have to go to a major station to find a Don Quijote.
Now we're in Don Quijote, where you can find shoes with glitter as low as $7.98. Large size. Large size. Yeah. So many shoes.
So, about getting your heels fixed. Inevitably, they will be destroyed, like mine have been, if you're here longer than a month or two. So there's a place called Mr. Minute. It's a big chain and it's in most major stations and even smaller ones. You go there and it takes about 5 minutes to get your heels fixed. You just show them your heels and they know what to do. They give you 2 options, like premium heel or like, standard heel. I went for the standard heel, which was under $20 to fix. You wait in a chair they give you slippers to wear while you wait, and they fix up your shoes. And as always, please subscribe, like it, watch more things, because I put out vlogs every Monday.